What up, Super Fun for? Just wanted to give you guys a quick review here and my impressions on the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron coming from Jazwares. This is Series 1 Launch Edition. And, I'm not like a super, Star Wars fanatic where I'm going to be collecting everything. Just like any other franchise, I take the stuff that I like, add it to my collection and, enjoy it. So when it comes to this collection here, I decided that I did want to get a few vehicles because I've always wanted them, when I was young and recently getting back into Star Wars. So I picked up their Millennium Falcon and it's awesome. I also picked up their T-47 Speedwing and that was also awesome. But I'm trying to be a little bit more selective. I am super excited about getting an X-Wing, and there is a Hasbro Vintage Collection X-Wing that retails for about $100 when it came out, but I didn't, have the chance to buy it when it first came out. So now it's probably at least $200 or more on the aftermarket or secondary market. So I'm not going to put that, investment right away. But in the meantime, I want to get something that's still, fun and manageable to play with. And I thought I'd take a look at the Micro Galaxy Squadron, since this is obviously the iconic spaceship. But just to cut to the chase, I don't think I'm going to keep this. And here's why. So I'll just talk about the negatives first, but I'll finish up on the positives because, I like to be positive and stuff. And for those of you who have it, I still think it's probably, something that people can enjoy. So first of all, the wash for me is a little bit too heavy-handed. Like, I understand that Star Wars has a lot of, dingy, like worn and like kind of used aesthetic to it, but like this just looks really, really bad. Like it's, it was like put in the toilet or like buried underneath the dirt because it's too, I don't know, it's too just kind of like brown and like how it like clumps up some places. And then again, you might argue that that's what makes it look great. And again, this one, I actually even, when I first took a look at it and was thinking about keeping it, I actually got some alcohol. And no, I didn't drink it. I actually took some rubbing alcohol and tried to wipe off some of the wash because it also has a little bit of like a sticky touch to it. And, excuse me, I don't think toys should be kind of like, chemically. It feels like the chemical's going to come off on your hands when you play with it, right? It should feel like it's, safe and it's all the paint and everything is sealed on it, right? So that's another miss. Other than that, I think that the color is also a little bit off. The Millennium Falcon, and the same thing with the Speedwing, they have that nice neutral Star Wars gray. This, on the other hand, is usually seen either a little bit more whiter, or in the originals, it's also gray. So when I look at this model, it does have a little bit of a whitish tinge, but it's almost like this off-white ivory brownish cream that, it does look pretty close to being accurate, but the more you kind of like look at other toys and stuff like that, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it seems a little bit off. But other than that, I guess the last negative too is that when you close the wings, like it doesn't really stay closed. That's super important to me. I want something flush, and as you can see, it's crooked, so you have to like pivot it back. But yeah, so that's why. It's also a little bit too small. That was the last thing. I wish. I guess the scale would be okay if it was overall scaled bigger, and it's still close, close to low price point. This would have been awesome. But I also think that from what I've seen, it looks like this piece should just be extended. Even the foils here, the blasters with the radar things should be, all of this should be a little bit like longer, even at this scale. So that's the other thing. So to finish it off though, I still think it's really cool. It does come with a really nice little mini Luke Skywalker R2-D2. I like how the packaging, comes with that insert down there. You can see you can pull out this cardboard insert here and use it in your like a, backdrop for a diorama. And the back comes with like this small, quick like card. But, and that being said too, it has a really nice open function. That's the other problem. So, the Hasbro Vintage Collection one has me worried a little bit because it's the opposite of this one. This one opens up really nice and wide. That's a one big plus. That's what I really want to see in an X-Wing. But the Vintage Collection seems to like when you open it, it seems to droop because the wings are heavy. So then you'll open it. I've seen people in the reviews and stuff, and it'll start to like droop like that. And that to me is also another reason why I don't know if I want to buy the vintage one right away. I don't know if I'll ever find a nice toy X-Wing that can do everything. Because again, like this has the great opening. And yeah, so there you go. Those are the pros. It still looks good. If it came like super clean, and then sometimes, yeah, I had a really big stain on there that I was wiping off for like 10 minutes, and there's still a little bit too much. Like, again, I understand it should look like used and stuff, but again, I think it's a little bit, overdone. Just really, yeah, really too much. Too much. So there you guys go. That's my review on the X-Wing. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to keep it. I think my hunt's going to go on for a long time. I don't know. I've never... This is the first X-Wing toy I owned. The Action Fleet one also looks okay, but that's, not being in production, and that one has some other issues with it too. But I don't know. I think I'm still going to be waiting, and hopefully there'll be a good X-Wing toy that I enjoy one day in the future. But in the meantime, I still look forward to seeing the Galaxy Squadron line continue to grow. Again, the Millennium Falcon, they knocked it out the park for the price, the play set, play action, the size. I know it's shrunk down, but it's perfect. I'll do a video on that soon. And again, the T-47 Speedwing 2 looks amazing, simple. Yeah, I think that'll do it. So, and then yeah, of course the figures are also kind of nice usually. Although in my Razor Crest, my Grief Karga's face was like messed up. It had black paint on it, and then the shoulder pad had like the brown skin paint on it. So like, I don't know. I don't know how common those kind of like. Hey, let me show you guys. Actually, no, I don't have it out. But yeah, I don't know about the quality issues on that. But for the most part, all the other ones I've been seeing, like these ones here, are perfect. The Millennium Falcon crew is also perfect. But there you guys go. Well, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Hopefully, I'll get a X-Wing one day to put in my Star Wars collection, because again, this one and the Action Fleet and the vintage collection from Hasbro just don't really cut it for me yet. All right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Don't forget, keep your faith. Oh yeah, and the screws too. Like I wish there was something where you don't see the screws. That's also important. That's also on the Action Fleet. All right, guys, keep your faith, say a prayer, spread that love, be positive, be thankful. We'll come back at you. Peace.